This call is being recorded.
Welcome to the artwork of CP, everyone. Now, I apologize. Number one, I think Arizona should apologize to you guys more than me because apparently my internet got knocked out. For those of you who have been to Arizona in July or even in August, we get monsoon season, which monsoon season is either heavy dust storm, which those are not fun. Yeah, I survived and thrived through one of those, and then we get heavy rains, which basically knocks the internet out, which Danielle and I are thinking happened today. So if I go helter skelter, don't worry about me. It's just the internet situation right now is just a little spotty due to monsoon season. It's not due to where I am. Where I am has great cell phone coverage, and where I am also has great internet coverage. It's just due to Mother Nature decided to rain on my podcast, literally and figuratively. But we're going to get this done, and today Danielle and I are going to talk about why being with friends is good for the heart and soul and spirit and all that good stuff. But I wanted to let you guys know, and I don't think there's a GoFundMe set up for this, but we lost let's just say, a four-legged friend to cancer on July 22nd. Those of you that follow Amanda Boxdale and her amazing work, she lost her service puppy. And the service puppy had cancer. And in the time span that I've been gone, he got cancer. And the last time I saw him, he was perfectly fine. The last time I saw this dog, he was perfectly fine. And then I get an update on Facebook, believe it or not, saying that he's got cancer, would die and everything. And unfortunately, the mass, just like in humans, metastasized enough to lose Benson. And so for those of you that follow the amazing work of Amanda Boxdale and the Bridging Bionics Foundation, I think that you guys should either send her a physical card or send her a text message, or because commenting on a Facebook status doesn't do well, or because it gets lost in a heap. And so she is devastated because she just lost her service puppy. And even though he was 8 years old, he's still a puppy in her eyes because he was the biggest goofball ever. And she had another one. And I will put this gently, now that we're talking about animals and cancer, that people have asked me, Are you going to get a service dog? Are you going to get a service dog? Are you going to do all that? And the answer is eventually. I will. I just need to get my health, and I just need to get a little more established down here before we go into that realm of service dog service dog ownership. And so I just need to get a little bit more established down here. Oh, because I'm allowed to have, especially a service dog, I am allowed to have a dog in my house. So, so what I'm, and the fact of the matter is, the labs and the golden retrievers are typically used as service dogs, and so they're overbred for the cause. Well, if you're dealing with an overbred dog, you're dealing with sickness to begin with. Trust me, I know. I had a dog that was overbred. The dog got cancer, believe it or not, after my mom died, and this was her dog to begin with. And family pet, not a trained service dog, although it could be. It could be. And because these labs and Goldens are trained so much so as service dogs, they are dumber than a box of rocks if you're not careful with them. I mean, my stepmom and I were at, and now I'm going to tell you this. My stepmom and I were at an event for Amanda, and of course, the service dog was there. And the service dog goes to take a cookie out of a child's hand, and he was working at the time, and Amanda goes, "No, Benson, you can't take the cookie out of the child's hand." And Benson kind of pulled back. She pulled Benson back. But my point being is that these labs and these golden retrievers, all the way for the cause, that when it comes to men and service dog animals, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. One, because I'm asthmatic, I can't get a lab or golden retriever. It would have to be my original dog, which is a Kerry Blue Terrier. If you don't know what that type of breed is, Google it. And the reason why they are called Kerry Blue Terriers is because their fur might be black, but their skin is blue, and they are non-shedding dogs. And I know that they can be trained as service dogs. Or I could get a standard poodle, which standard poodles are smart as whips. I could also get a Labradoodle if I would want one, but I don't want anything to do with the lab or golden retriever, because when you're dealing, even if I went the golden doodle route, it would still be golden retriever mixed with poodle, and I don't want that. I want a dog that is not overbred for the cause. I want a dog that actually responds. Responds. Now, granted, you would have to train it in a certain way to respond, and then because they match up the owners, and so I am just waiting to get a little bit more established down here and to get a little bit more comfortable with Arizona, then I'll go in full guns blazing, find find a caribou breeder or find a poodle breeder in Arizona, or my third choice would be a golden doodle. Find a golden doodle breeder in Arizona. Ask them, could they ask each breeder, could they be trained as a service dog? And then I'll go full force. So yes, this this podcast wasn't about service puppies, but I was just saying that when you lose an animal, it's devastating. It's devastating. So for those of you that follow Amanda's work with the Bridging Bionics Foundation, and Danielle, you remind me of that because you got me on this tangent because of your T-shirt. She got me on this tangent because of your T-shirt. But I just wanted to let you guys know that we did lose, and he wasn't a certified physical therapy dog either. He, although he might have been by now, he was more Amanda's service dog rather than Amanda's therapy dog. Although he should have been certified as a physical therapy dog, as much as Benson was in that building with all of us, he might as well been. So I wanted to let you guys know that losing a two-legged family member, a four-legged family member is devastating, especially when you work with these animals day in, day out. And so, yeah. And so that is why we're kind of talking about being with friends is good for the heart, because yeah, and we won't get into what happened last week, but because of everything that is going on, let's see, how do I put this? Oh, I'll just put it bluntly. Because of everything that's going on, we're going to have to try again, and I emphasize again, with the Greatest Showman, because the Greatest Showman didn't happen on Friday. It just didn't. It was the domino effect. The domino effect that happened this last week, and then it landed up not happening. So that said, I wasn't there. I plan to travel to Aspen next year around this week because I need to go to Aspen not only for the week of play camp, but for something else too related to me that was supposed to happen before I left, but then. And so yeah. So we'll see what happens on that. But basically what ended up happening, and then you can fill you guys in, is that everyone showed up and you guys had a grand old week, even though the domino effect happened. You guys,
Yeah,
as,
we did.
as they say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So life gave the domino effect, and you guys made a full on week of it. I mean, I saw pictures on Facebook, and because granted these individuals, some of these individuals are hadn't seen each other since 2018. 19, sorry, 2019. That's right. Sorry, I got discombobulated. Yeah, no, 2020 blended into a year from blended into an interesting year. But 2019 was last in-person play camp, and I was there for that one. I will always be there to it. I may not be in the play camp, and that's a totally different story why. And there's a huge announcement coming. There's a story behind my huge announcement coming after my surgery. So we have story time, and then surgery, and then huge announcement, and then surgery reflections. I mean, it's my life is a little bit insane right now, but insane to put in my life. But it's all gonna be good. But there is a certain story that you guys don't know. You guys know about me leaving play camp, and although you guys may not know that, well, this adds to it. This adds to the story time before the announcement. And I will, but basically, Danielle took the last week off anyway, thinking that she was going to do play camp. Well, since play camp didn't happen, they decided to do their own version of play camp. And it's like, okay. So basically, what happened was play camp didn't happen. So these guys decided to make their own version of play camp. Now, sometimes when life gives you lemonade, you can't sit there and say, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. And what I've learned with moving to Arizona by myself, mind you, no family support from my mom's side, from my dad's side, a little bit from my chosen family, but not enough. And so but not enough to suffice. But it's interesting because what I've learned is you've got to take the bull by the horns. If I wanted to do this, and thank God I have and had the team that I do. And I don't remember if I told you guys, I was back in 2010, and as soon as I get healed from surgery and I can move physically again, I am going to do something having to do with the original team we win. It may just have to be pushed back because of my surgery. But I am an ex-triathlete. I did that for a whole entire year in 2010. And I'm sorry, my mom died in 2010. So it would have been 2011 that we did it. And I say we because I did it with a team member. And so after this surgery, which I'm 99% positive I'm having, I will be back in tip-top shape. I am working out. I am conditioning for something to do with triathlon, and so I am conditioning, but I just need to take care of my health, and then I'll be back on the road to recovery, make sure I'm completely recovered, and then I'll be doing that, doing something having to do with triathlon. So that being said, I feel like when life gives you lemonade, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And so basically, what's happening is we are all making lemonade in the best situations possible.
Yeah.
Through what's going on. And now I've never been so skilled at technology in my life as teaches COVID teaches us a lot about technology, and I think a lot of people are more skilled on Zoom and learning new stuff today because of COVID. Now, when you have the opportunities to see friends in person, do it. I don't care if the friends have to jump on airplanes and yes, wear masks. I don't care. Excuse me. Jeez. I don't care if the friends have to jump on airplanes and wear masks to get to you. But as long as we're not in a lockdown, do it safely, do it with love, do it with respect, but do it because it will make your heart incredibly happy. And so that's why I'm taking a little bit of time off, be other work, and I will not go back to work. We're hoping for September surgery date because I need my crew put in place as I go in, and my crew is now wanting September. But if they have to do it in August, they have to do it in August. My crew can work it out, but we're aiming for September. But this is why I'm taking the time off, because if I do not, number one, I'll spin myself into butter. Number two, we're going to have a big problem. And that big problem is if the ovarian cyst goes burst, goes into burst mode, it can kill my uterus, my ovary. It can kill my ovary, which means the ovary could lose blood circulation. So basically, dealing with a burst ovarian cyst is not good. And so they literally said to me, stress makes it bigger, which last time I checked, it was about the size of two centimeters, which I just want it out. I just want it over with, because for those of you that have had ovarian cyst, you know that it's incredibly painful. It's incredibly painful. And so it's just that. And I'm sorry, but I can't, Danielle and I can't spin ourselves into butter. Spinning ourselves into butter is not good. And so this is why we are kind of taking the summer off, because we did the interesting year of 2020. And so now we are slowly getting back to enjoy life safely, mind you, safely. And we are going to take life by the horns and see what the next adventure has to bring. And if and when my surgery happens, it's not now. I'm meeting with a doctor on August 3rd to discuss the options of surgically removing this ovarian cyst. And then I'm just going to get it done, get it over with, and hopefully it doesn't come back. But I need to find out more about my family history with ovarian cyst, and I also need to find out more of my mom's medical history than what I know, because I need to know there's some missing pieces to the puzzle, and I'm slowly but surely finding those out. So that is why I'm kind of slowing down. And I knew that there was something. The funny thing is, well, not funny, but at least I knew my own body well enough. I knew that there was something wrong when I got to Arizona. I knew that I was going to have surgery on something in Arizona, mind you, because I wasn't feeling as strong as I would like to be. Now I know my own body, pre-op, post-op. I have been through enough surgeries to count. Pre-op, post-op, I know on a normal basis. I know my own body. So I knew something was wrong as of March 19th. And I didn't deal with it until I stopped dealing with it until June, because we didn't have time to deal with it. And so now, and I was so shocked and in denial that I actually had what I had. I didn't want to deal with it until August. And now it's almost the end of July. It's August. It's creeping up on August. So now it's time to face the facts. And I will let you guys know what is happening. And so, yeah, I will let you guys know what is happening. But the call to action today is at least try and organize something this summer or this winter. With this winter, if you're living in a warm climate like I am, or the summer if you're living in a dry climate that doesn't have snow in the summer. And so try and organize something with a friend. With a friend, I don't care what it is, whether it's you going to coffee with that friend, or you jumping on an airplane to see that friend, or whether it's just something to get a nice human hug. And that's all I'll say about that. But I think because we went through that year of interesting, and that's all I'll say about that, is that it teaches us, one, not to sit in the victim mode, but to take life by the hands and just roll with life as is. And so, Danielle, do you want to say anything?
So, yeah, right, not a pain.
I knew she was going to say that off my little speech. I knew she was going to say that. No, and it doesn't have to be necessarily a family, you guys. It has to be friends that love you and support you. And luckily, I have friends that love me and support me, and a couple know that I'm actually know the details of the surgery, and it will remain as they know that. And Danielle's gonna know the details, and a couple others will know the details, but it will not be out in the public per se, because I don't, number one, I don't want it to be. Number two, it's surgery, and let's just face it as it is, and let's just carry on and get me back to semi good health, and let's finally get me back to semi good health, and we'll see what happens. And so, Danielle, do you want to lead us out?
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you for following us, like she said, and we will be back next week, and then I'll by August, by the weekend of August 3rd, I will have more information for you guys. And so we will see you guys next week, and we will just carry on. Thank you for following us, you guys. Bye, you guys.
bye.